Welcome everybody to another edition of In One Ear Local Music News with Casey Warner, and I'm very privileged today, very excited to get this new format underway. This is something I've been wanting to change up for a while. I've been getting all these lovely musicians in here from the local 270 Bowling Green music scene. This is now my 5th episode I got underway. I got a very special group of girls in here with me today, and the first one I'm going to introduce is my new co-host, Kendal Hahn, and she's really talented in radio. She's been part of Revolution 91.7 on WKU's campus, and she's going to be my co-host for this foreseeable future. How are you doing, Kendal? What's going on?
What's up, Casey? I'm doing good today. Thank you.
All right, good deal, good deal. So kind of just like talk about for a little bit your experience at Revolution 91.7 and like what you thought about it.
Yeah, man, Revolution was honestly life-changing for me. It came to me at such a perfect time. I was just sitting in Mass one day and I found a little flyer for a meeting that night, and I mean, ever since then, radio's just been something that's been super fun for me and just kind of make me get out of my shell a little bit. I've done a little bit of everything at Rev. I did social media, on air, did some music lineup, and, you know, when we put on Mayhem, that show a couple years ago, that was just one of my favorite things. So really looking forward to being back behind the mic with you today.
Absolutely. Good stuff there. Good stuff. We're very excited to have Kendal a part of the show now. She's going to bring a good element to the table for interviewing local artists and whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce our local artists today. We got Kenzie Crowe and Laila Crowe from Girl Tones, the Girl Tones, one of my favorite local bands in town. How are y'all doing today, ladies?
Doing good. Yeah.
Doing great. Just another day in paradise.
Another day in paradise. That's right. Bowling Green, Kentucky. I mean, what can you say? Amazing music scene down here. We have some very talented musicians and very talented people that produce not only music but art, you know, as a whole in this city. And I'm glad to, you know, finally get to sit down and interview you all and get to know you all a little bit better and have some fun with this interview. So kind of the first thing I wanted to ask you, you know, is like we talk about, you know, having fun in the music scene and stuff. So like I just wanted to ask you from the jump, talk about your all's band history and, you know, what kind of got you all started putting the band together and when that started.
Sure. So Laila and I have been playing music ever since we were little, and we're classically trained musicians, so we grew up just playing music all the time. And we had a family band for a little bit that played in town called Kenzie and the Flaming Hots.
Okay.
And we played for a little bit.
Yeah.
We really love hot Cheetos, so that's what it was named after.
Sweet.
After that, so there was like a transition period where I started playing with this other girl named Hallie, and she played drums, and we kind of bonded over White Stripes and things like that. And we recorded some songs. We recorded Take Me Out, and we recorded another song that's never seen the light of day.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I just really love the sound, and we came up with the name Girl Tones. And it just kind of didn't work out with Hallie. It just, she was really busy, so I was like, well, can I keep the name and can I keep the songs, you know, because it was like I really liked the sound we were getting. And so then I just started hunting for a drummer, and I was like putting flyers around town and stuff, and then I was like, well, duh. Well, it should have
my sister.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much how it happened. And Laila had been playing drums ever since she was little too. She would play she would turn on the White Stripes and just like play with Meg and White. Yeah. So then it made sense. We grew up together. We have the same taste in music, like everything.
Nice.
So it just kind of made sense.
So that's definitely something that have bonded you all together. That's great.
Yeah, awesome stuff there. And we might want to mention, you know, first of all, too, Kenzie's a little bit older than Laila. Laila's the young one of the band. She's the drummer. You know, Kenzie plays the guitar. And two very talented musicians nonetheless. But Kendal, I mean, what was something that you wanted to ask the two ladies?
Yeah, so did you all go to classes to start learning instruments or like playing, or did you just kind of teach yourself? Like, what was really the first moment that you realized, like, hey, I'm actually kind of good at this. Like, I could do I could, you know, pick up some more instruments.
Well, I think my first instrument was actually piano. I started piano when I was, I think, 5.
Cool.
And then I started violin, and then I started mandolin, and those all I took lessons for, but then with drums, I just kind of messed
taught
around.
Yourself. That's awesome.
Yeah, because my dad's a drummer, so we already had a drum kit.
Oh, that's
so
great. So you don't even really need a teacher for that besides your dad.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. So next question I kind of wanted to ask, though, is, you know, you talk about getting a start in music. People always influence you, and there's somebody you aspire to be like when you're listening to music. So what are your all's, you know, kind of bands or artists you would compare your all's band to, and the influences that kind of influenced you all to the style of music that you all play.
Well, it's a combination of a whole bunch of things. I would hope. Obviously, we're very invested in the White Stripes. So we sound but we really don't want to sound like. I don't think we really sound like them. I just hope it's
probably pick up a little bit of influence from.
Yeah, there's an influence, and we love all kinds of music. Like we've been in bluegrass bands where I've played jazz music. It's like we love all kinds of music. So we would hope that we're able to not be
kind of
defined by a genre,
but be able to try a little bit of everything. That's awesome.
Yeah, so even though we have a sound now, hopefully it evolves.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, so that we're not pigeonholed into something we don't want to do forever.
That's really the way to do it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Absolutely, love that diversity in sound. And speaking of that, we got Kenzie on guitar and we got Laila on drums. But Kendal, let's kind of find out a little bit more about maybe what other instruments they could be playing.
Yeah, I know you mentioned the mandolin. That's really interesting. I love that sound with the bluegrass type of music. Are there any other ones that you are looking to pick up in the future that you'd like to learn? Or
I would like to learn the banjo.
That would be
that would be
banjo.
Yeah.
But especially being two girls too, like that's really because a lot of the time, traditionally bluegrass is pretty male dominated, and the sound.
Sure.
I feel like your voices would be great for that as well.
Thank you. I love playing bluegrass music. It's fun.
Really fun.
But I've never been able to figure out banjo, so.
Right. That would be a cool one.
Sure.
Right, it's definitely a unique instrument. And I mean, we got 3 unique ladies in here that I'm glad to add to our show finally. It's going to be a great show today. We got another segment coming up. Coming up next, though, we got Take Me Out and Can't Pause by Girl Tones. You're listening to In One Ear Local Music News with Casey Warner. All right, I'm back here with Kendal, my new co-host, as well as Kenzie and Laila Crowe of Girl Tones. This is going to be our special segment here, and this is going to be fun. We're going to put Kenzie and Laila on the spot here and see how well they know each other. Of course, you know, they're in the same band together. They're sisters, only a few years apart. But I mean, on the spot, it's a little bit different. You might mess up a little bit, but we're gonna see how see how well they know each other here real quick. So
how much they really talk about their music.
Yeah, exactly. So how it's gonna go is each of you all are gonna get 3 questions I'm gonna ask you all about the other sister, and you're gonna give your honest answers about what you think the other sister might like in this question.
This is easy.
Yeah,
this will be easy.
Yeah, it should be easy, right? No pressure at all. All right. So first of all, I'm gonna go with questions to ask Laila about Kenzie. So, Laila, I'm going to ask you these questions about Kenzie.
Okay.
All right. So, first question is going to be, what was the artist or band that made Kenzie want to play music?
I think I'm just going to go with artist because I feel like that's safest. Definitely anything Jack White. Definitely. I mean, that's hands down.
Yes, you are correct. All right, that's great.
That's too easy.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, that was pretty easy seeing as she already kind of mentioned that to start off the show. So that's an easy one to start. But what's the next question for Laila?
All right, so Laila, what was Kenzie's favorite concert she has ever been to?
Oh, no. Favorite concert you've been to? We've been to too many. I don't know.
It's hard to choose.
Think. Like, what do I always talk about and you get mad that I talk about it?
Wait, I get mad.
Yeah.
Maybe she talks about it so much.
Yeah. Can I give her a hint or no?
Sure.
Yeah.
I guess.
I think I might know what you're talking about.
Okay, then say it. Well,
is it about the show or what happened at the show?
I don't know. What do you think happened at the show?
I don't know. I don't think that considers a concert, so never mind. I was going to say the Steve Martin and Martin Short show where he met Jack White. But
that one was cool, but no.
That's not really a concert.
Oh, she got it wrong. I mean, that was close. You did mention the right artist. It is Jack White. It was a different concert.
I figured it was probably Jack White. I just didn't say Jack White so many times.
Yeah, it was Jack White at the Blue Room. So you were pretty close. You mentioned Jack White.
So she didn't get to go to that concert. Yeah. That's why she gets mad at me. I talk about it so much.
Everyone else went. I was abandoned on my own.
Sorry.
Wow.
And it was a good show.
See, now we're starting to find some good little facts about Girl Tones. That's why I wanted to have this segment. That's awesome. All right.
The arguments that go on.
Right. Yeah. The banter that goes on. All right. So we got one final question for Laila, and I'm going to ask you this, Laila. Who is Kenzie's favorite local Bowling Green band?
Oh no, I don't know.
I mean, you got to toss a name out there. I mean, there's got to be one band that she listens to a lot.
Come on.
Is it Dan Luke and the Raid?
That's
yes, you are correct. Awesome. I know Kendal likes Dan Luke and the Raid. She's seen them before.
I've seen them lots of times too.
They're so fun.
They're so nice. They're such good guys. We love some Dan Luke and the Raid.
But we love all the bands of Bowling Green.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. I mean, awesome stuff. Like, I mean, I talk about the bands and the guys that I interview here so far. Like, a couple weeks ago, I interviewed Matt DeVore of Opossum Holler. That's a great band. They love to jam.
They're awesome.
I know Dean Collier is a big fan of your all's, and he covered your all's Rainbows and Butterflies song, and that jams. So I'm just really fortunate to be able to interview you all and ask you all questions like this. So it's really fun. So,
cool.
But now, Kenzie, we're gonna put you on the spot. We're gonna ask you some questions about Laila.
Okay.
So here we go. What's that first question?
All right, I'll go first. So, who is currently Laila's favorite artist or band?
Is it? I don't know if you're gonna say band or artist, but I'm gonna say it's a tie between Beck and the Kills.
Wow,
that's actually spot on.
I knew it.
So,
I knew it. She's been
listening.
Yep, you've been listening to that new Kills album.
I've been listening to it so much. It's so good.
I'll have to give it a listen.
All right, cool. So, I mean, Laila got the first question right as well. Kenzie got the first question right. Here's the second one. Let's see if she can go for 2 in a row.
All right.
So, next question is going to be, what was Laila's favorite Girl Tones show she ever played?
I think it was a house show when everyone started singing along.
Yes, you're correct. That is awesome. All right, we got 2 in a row. That's awesome. Good stuff. And I mean, I gotta say, I'm so jealous of anyone who got to see that house show. I freaking love house shows.
That was insane.
Fun. It was so much fun. I
cannot wait to be able to do that again.
Yeah, me too.
We're missing it out. We're missing so much.
I mean, like, do y'all remember what house or where at it was? Like,
I don't remember. Which one were you thinking of?
I think we're thinking of the same one. It was like in February or something.
It was like the last.
Everyone was like jumping and singing and stuff. It was so much fun.
So that was probably one of the last house shows in Bowling Green that could have gone on.
So it was almost a year ago.
Wow.
That's really sad.
That's amazing.
That's crazy to
depressing.
think about.
That's really sad.
Well, we'll be at the first one that you all can do.
Absolutely.
I can't wait. I cannot wait.
All right, so we got one more question, and if Kenzie gets this one right, she's got all 3. So that means technically she wins the little game. No pressure here at all, Kenzie. But this is the last question.
All right,
Kenzie, give it to me. What is Laila's favorite song to play drums on?
Take Me Out.
So it looks like it's going to be a tie.
Oh man.
Well, so that tells you a lot you need to know right there, though. You all know each other the same amount. You both got 2 out of 3 questions. So that's
so what is it, Laila? What's your favorite?
It was Got It. We haven't. I don't know if we've gotten to play it out.
We played it once out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So she's pulling out songs that aren't even regulars. Okay.
Well, you should have known that.
Practicing on her.
I didn't know.
Wow, that's fun stuff there. I'm so glad that I got to have this little segment, and we're gonna start mixing it up more here on this podcast because I feel like past interviews with artists have been kind of just run of the mill, just general questions, and I want to have some fun with this. So I'm glad we were able to have some fun with that. So that's awesome, and I'm glad you all know each other at least 2 out of 3 well. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Y'all got a really good bond though. That's really good, and I'm glad I got to do that. So, but nonetheless, coming up next, we got 4th of July by the Girl Tones. You're listening to In One Ear Local Music News with Casey Warner.
Your hair is colored like the 4th of July. Your back is broken. You don't know
right, I'm back here with Kendal, my new co-host, as well as Kenzie and Laila Crowe of Girl Tones. We got one more segment here, and in this segment, we're going to kind of, dive into what drives you all and what drives you all in the music scene and how you all like it so much. So, be ready for some deep, in-depth questions. You all ready for this?
We're going to pick your brain here.
All right, sweet. So my first question is how do local musicians and Kentucky musicians influence you all? So you all see other local bands performing and other bands that have made it big, or even artists, around the state. How does that influence you and drive you all to, push further?
Well, it's just really inspirational. I think the music scene in Bowling Green is very special, and everyone here is so supportive in every way. Sure. So. And the art scene too. I want to touch on that. Yeah. Laila does a lot of artwork, and she does ceramics and things like that. And awesome. So the just the artist scene in Bowling Green is really good too, and a really supportive place too.
Yeah, we've got a great creative scene here. I mean, music to art, just like you said. I mean, everyone's just really here to make each other better, and I think that's a great thing if you're going to be part of that. So going off of that, what does it mean to you to be in the Bowling Green scene? Like, I mean, I know you touched on how everyone's super inspiring and nice and wants you to do your best, but I mean, is there anything else that really just like makes you feel like you're really a part of the scene, that you're really in it?
I mean, just all the support and uplifting we've gotten throughout all our years. Even with like Kenzie and the Flaming Hots, there were so many people supporting us with that.
Right.
And then just transferring into what we're doing now with Girl Tones, it's just, we've had so many opportunities that, we just wouldn't get anywhere else.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And I think Bowling Green, since we grew up here and it's really our home, like it's just like this very home feeling, like comfortable place.
It doesn't feel scary what you're doing at all.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. Yeah, I mean, you talk about the scene, and we got great venues here. We got great people, and we got people that, want to put in a lot of their time and effort and money into, keeping it going. And I wanted to mention real quick that BG Covers BG compilation. I wrote a review for it. And there was a cover song of your all's on there that El Astronauta covered, and it was a great cover song. And 26 songs of all other BG bands covering other BG bands.
Wow.
Really impressive. All the proceeds to that album went to Tidballs to keep it going. And that just tells you all you need to know about the scene right there, about how much people care about each other and how much people respect the other artists in the scene and how talented everybody is. So I was really glad I got to review that, and I was really glad I got to listen to it. I know I wore it out for like 2 or 3 weeks straight. Ran through all those songs for like 2 or 3 weeks straight. Got to check that out if you haven't. You can get that at Hard Copies, Mellow Mats. It's on Spotify, Apple Music. BG Covers BG compilation. Got to check that out. But another question I had for you is, there's a lot of great shows that happen here. Tidballs, A-Frame, got some great venues. But you all personally, what is your favorite memory of the BG scene, whether it was going to a concert or performing or just having a good time? What's your favorite memory, each of you all?
For me, house shows are always the most fun thing. And I think one of the coolest things that just really made me feel like maybe we can actually do this for real is when we were playing a house show and like people started like singing along, and that just kind of blew my mind.
Such an incredible moment.
Wait, I turn around and I look at Laila and I'm like, wow, we can
know the words.
They know they're actually. We exist. What the heck? So that was a very bizarre moment, but it was really inspiring, and that feeling is what drives that connection between us and playing and the people around us. It's just such a beautiful thing, and that's something I think everyone is antsy about, just wanting to have that back.
Because have that feeling again.
Yeah, because it's been just so depressing, just like, we went from playing 2 shows a week.
Wow.
To nothing for months.
Crazy.
Yeah.
For months.
A year now.
It's almost a year since a real show.
I bet that is just, you're so deprived of that feeling again. After, especially you were saying that house show in February where that was probably just such an intimate moment. It really started to feel so real. So I'm sure that we'll get back to that soon enough. I mean, like I said, we'll be there. We'll be there singing along with you. So
But then also just seeing the other people play, like other bands play, and just like
dancing
around with other artists. You know what I mean?
So
like
there's nothing like it. Yeah, like it's just so much fun.
It's a lot of fun. And what's yours?
I mean, basically the same. It it's always so much fun just going to see other artists. Like, I just always love when we're playing at like a day where there's like a big lineup, you know, and we get to like listen to everyone else and dance and just have a really good time. I miss it a lot. Yeah, and it's really sad. So
good stuff. Good stuff.
All right. So, what about your record label? Who are you signed with? Who are you? You know.
Well, we're on Farm Out Records label. That is Johnny Thompson, who you should definitely interview at some point.
Awesome.
He is out of Scottsville, Kentucky, and he has a little studio down there. We recorded one of our first songs there.
Yeah.
Anyways, he's just great, and he's very supportive, and that's where we are right now, and I don't know. Yeah. We'll see what happens.
You never know what the future holds. What about your social media? Where can we go and follow you and get some updates about new music?
Yeah, so you can follow us on Instagram at girl.tones, or you can find us on Facebook. It's just Girl Tones.
Awesome.
That's our only two social
Okay.
media.
Cool.
Do you guys have any news that you want to put out while you're here? Any songs that you want anybody to go listen to? Any posts you want us to...
Well, we're working on an album. We're going to go record in February.
Awesome.
So that's the plan.
Wow, that's so
we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Where can we find your music? Are you on all the streaming platforms?
Yeah, we're on everything.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. You post some stuff, like post some videos probably to like Facebook, YouTube type of thing.
Yeah. There's some on YouTube and Facebook too. Yeah.
Sweet, nice. And I know for one, on my page on Facebook, in 1 year, a tribute to the Bowling Green music scene, I posted a live video of you all when I saw you all live on the live, and that was awesome. So I was glad to get to see you all there.
Yeah.
I miss those shows, miss those concerts. I just want some warm weather and some concerts. That's all I really want.
Yeah.
I mean, goodness.
Exactly.
But I mean, I can't thank you all enough for coming in for this interview.
Well, thank you both for having us.
This new format's going to be fun to, include Kendal in this and, get her to show her talent and interviewing whole bands now, because that's what I'm really going to try to start doing. Rather than just one artist or one musician at a time, I would rather have, multiple people from the band in here to get, more of an outlook and, like I said, have some fun and play some games with them.
Learn more about these people that are making up our creative community
exactly.
here.
So, once again, thank you, Laila and Kenzie for coming in.
Thank you
for sharing our time. Yeah, it's been fun. And, coming up next, we got Rainbows and Butterflies by Girl Tones. You've been listening to In 1 Ear Local Music News with Casey Warner, Kendal Hahn, and Girl Tones.
Vaccinated. I don't want to be irritated. Well, I sure as hell don't want to be educated. All I want to see is rainbows and butterflies. Never faded. And I guarantee that I don't tolerate it. All I want to see is rainbows and butterflies. What you got going on inside your mind? Well, I don't really care. You're just gonna waste my time. And he said he wants to go.